Okay, today is September the 9th, 2017. It's almost midnight. It's almost September 10th. We're looking at the Gulf of Mexico water vapor map, and I wanted to do a video tonight. We've been watching this situation all day, and we've been watching Irma move westbound all day long since last night, moving right around 22, 23 degrees north, just steady due west pattern. And then tonight this afternoon around 3, I think it was around 3 or 4 o'clock p.m., this hurricane began to make a west-northwest turn. But the reason this storm made a turn is because what's happening right here, and we can look at this for a second and see what's happening. The symmetry of this storm is different. We're showing strong clockwise rotation in this area. This entire storm should be moving counterclockwise. But look what's happening right here. We have a blockade of high pressure. We have a bow in the moisture field right here where this high pressure has been installed, right dead ahead of this storm. And so this storm cannot move westbound any longer. And so what's happening as a result of this high pressure in this area is that this storm is now having to move to a different vector, a different direction, and that's exactly what's happening. We can see this in the infrared map, the Gulf of Mexico rainbow map. We see a lot of strange things going on right down here. If you look at the water vapor map once again, we can see the high pressure being installed, the evaporation going on. We've got clockwise rotation right here. We've got the bow in the moisture field right there in the water vapor map and in the infrared loop as well. Look at the symmetry of this storm right here. It's all chopped up. We've got bits of moisture spinning clockwise, and the direction has changed. We put the grid on. We can see that this storm now is being forced to the northwest. And look at the disruption right here in this area. The evaporation. The main evidence here, the big clue, is right here. This bow in the moisture field right there on the band of that, the western bands of that hurricane. We've got strong high pressure right in this area that's been installed to halt the westbound movement of this storm. Look at that right there, that bow in the jet stream, the bow in the outer band of this moisture field right here. That is the clue. And this is all high pressure right here. This is not depicted on the sea level 500 or 300 millibar map, so there's no point. I was just looking at these maps before we started recording this, but none of this is being shown here. And also look what's happening. Let's take a look at the northwest Atlantic water vapor loop. We have right here, we've got that hurricane right there. And we've got Jose. And look what's happening right here. We have an huge upper level low spinning counterclockwise. And the tail of this hurricane is moving right towards that low. High pressure flows to lower pressure. We've got a low pressure system right here. Look at the blockade built in right here in the water vapor map, which is preventing this moisture field from moving and merging and being wound into that low right there. Same thing with the tail of Jose right here. There's a blockade on the south side, and we can see that the moisture field from Jose is being blockaded from moving into this low. But you see, the point here is that this strong area of high pressure right here could be installed right across Florida. In fact, right on along the south tip of Florida, to prevent this storm from moving north and causing the disaster that is unfolding right now. Let's look at the hurricane map. We've got Irma right here, which is strengthened in the last 2 hours. Category 4. Maximum sustained winds of 130 miles per hour. The central pressure has dropped to 931 millibar, and it's moving northwest at 6 miles per hour. Jose is pretty much the same. Category 4, 130 mile per hour winds. A little bit higher central pressure. We've got 931 here and 944 there. This is moving northwest at 15. But look what's happening again. The blockade, it's protecting this low from being fed. We've got 2 moisture fields from 2 hurricanes. Both of these are being blockaded by this area of high pressure that's surrounding that low. So there's some effort here to blockade this low from developing, but there's no effort being made to install high pressure to protect Florida right here. If this area was Florida right here, then this hurricane and its moisture wouldn't be getting into this area. So we see the high pressure right here, clockwise rotation, a lot of disorganization in this area, and the storm is running right into that high pressure, and it's got momentum behind it, and of course it's going to turn to the north. It's got high pressure right down in this area to the southwest. Let's look at that map right down here. Look at here. Look at the evaporation over the 7.5 hour loop right here. And all the disorganization right in this area on the western edge of that storm. The bands are all disrupted. We don't see the counterclockwise flow. Okay, here's the visible light map. We have the photoshopping. There's not much detail here. We can really, except for the little bow right here in this outer band of moisture, which is because of that high pressure that's been installed as blocking high pressure. Here's the eastern U.S. water vapor loop. You see that blockade. This is a much better view here, the northwest Atlantic. Both of these moisture fields from both these hurricanes are being prevented from moving in and feeding that low pressure vortex. Nobody on TV is talking about this giant bow in the moisture field right here. Here's the floaters map. You see that right here, this bow in the moisture field right there. The system is walling up, and it can go nowhere but moving north. It's got high pressure down here and high pressure right here. So the path is to the north. You can see that again right here. There's that bow and the high pressure being installed in this area. Here's the SSEC water vapor map. This is a 40 image loop, approximately 20 hours. This thing was traveling westbound all day long until about 3 o'clock our time, and it just made an abrupt turn, about an 80-degree turn to the north. It's going along here, it just made a right turn. You can see all the clockwise rotation around this system. Now the Weather Channel, the is showing everything spinning counterclockwise. Well, here you go. Look at here. Look at all this clockwise rotation around the outer bounds of this storm, as this high pressure is installed right down here and all through here. Let's go back to the water vapor map once again. Everything should be spinning counterclockwise, but that's not the case. What's happening right in here? The greatest piece of evidence is right here, this bow right here. That's the high pressure stalling this westbound movement. And the storm is walling up right there. We can see that. We've got clockwise rotation, a lot of disruption in the moisture wrapping back around. Okay, just leave it right here. This is a short update, and we see these two tails right here being completely blockaded from this upper level low. And so the fix is in. This is going to move right into Florida and cause a major disaster. Okay, that's it.